Erikson, Theories of Personal Development, focusing today on stage 4, middle childhood. The crisis is development of industry versus inferiority, about the ages of 6 to 13 years old. We're going to break this into two parts. First part, late childhood, where the child must be able to get a sense of being able to do things or to make things, to master tasks both in and out of school. Our purpose, one of the things that we must do as teachers and parents, is to help children find their strengths and talents. Now, keep in mind that when they enter school, kindergarten or first grade, oftentimes this is the first time where they are asked to meet social and external demands, to meet the expectations of parents, not only of parents, but of teachers, classrooms, and peer group for the first time. Children must deal with the demands of learning new skills in order to develop a sense of positive industry, or they risk a sense of developing inferiority or failure or a sense of incompetence. Now think about that child who has a learning disability, who comes to first grade and who fails for 6 hours a day. Think about that sense of industry versus inferiority. As I said, the three things a child has to cope with at this stage are the demands of academics, the demands of the group, the rules or the activities within the classroom, and the demands of the peer group. For the first time, these three things. Now, the child's ability to negotiate in these three areas determines his or her sense of inferiority or industry. And for the first time, the child is seeing the link, and we must help him or her see that link between perseverance and accomplishment. Thus, we need to give them smaller, shorter tasks so they can see this. So, children in this stage, they need realistic goal. Make sure they are able to work towards realistic goals within their zone of proximal development. This means shorter assignments or breaking larger assignments into shorter segments. They need to be given the opportunity to demonstrate independence and responsibility. We need to allow them, we need to tolerate a certain amount of mistakes here. And children need to experience success. We need to find things that they can be successful at to help them experience success. In the same way, this is the place where we bring up the idea of multiple intelligences, where we tell them over and over again, there are different ways to be smart. It's okay to be good at some things and not other things. This is where we do it. Remember, this is in our ballpark. This is where we spend most of our lives in elementary school. This is kindergarten up through middle school. The next substage here is pre-adolescence, 11 through 13. This is a transition time where friendships become more intimate, especially among girls, where there is movement towards opposite gender relationships. We see, interesting, in grades 5 and 6, this transition. One day boys are playing with matchbox cars. The next day boys and girls are looking at each other. We see this happen here. They are starting to develop social skills at this stage. It is healthy for them to do their socializing in groups here, in controlled environments, in schools, in classrooms, in shopping malls, in churches, or other organizations. This is a healthy place. For the first time, the shift in identification occurs from identifying with the teacher towards identifying with the peer group. This is as it should be. It is normal. So, pre-adolescents need learning to occur in small, manageable steps or units so they can experience success. They need to see their own growth compared with past achievements. This is why it is good to use portfolio assessment, where they have actual products and performances that students maintain so that they can see their own progress. We need to avoid competition at this level, so they're not comparing with the group, but their own progress. Group assignments and activities, we need more of this. This is developmentally appropriate at this stage. And we need to avoid making our love, our attention, our acceptance dependent on their performance. Acceptance. I accept you based on your ability to do this, etc. We need to avoid that. All right, this is the end of stage 4. Obviously, the next one will be stage 5.